Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you want to hear how somebody got stabbed at my dinner table, and don't judge me, this is why we was on vacation. People make you do some things, but don't judge me. Just stay tuned. Okay, I gotta give you a little backstory before we start this story time. This story time was pre-debit cards. That's the Visa logo on your debit card. We had ATM cards. You had Visa and MasterCards, which was your credit cards. You had debit cards. This was pre-cell phones. If you that you paid by the month, you paid by the minute. Okay, so I didn't have a cell phone. I had a beep up. Okay, this was before you could just go to the World Wide Web and look up everything you wanted to look up. So the 5 vacations, you used to look at the map and decide where you wanted to go. I wanted to go to Virginia Beach. I didn't know nothing about Virginia Beach. All I knew was they had a beach. So I wanted to go to Virginia Beach. I worked at a limited service hotel. So when I went on vacation, I like to stay at full service hotels. Okay? So I decided I'm gonna find me a full service hotel. Three things it had to have. It had to be on the beach, it had to be 5 stars, and it had to coincide with my bank account. That means my bank account had to talk and be okay with it. Okay? Okay. So now that we got those things out the way, let's get started. It all happened in late 90s. No, it wasn't. It was early 90s when we took this trip. So I decided on Virginia Beach. We were all good or whatever. Went ahead, got the money for the hotel all secured and everything. And I had 3 credit cards with me. I had one that my mom and my daddy paid because I had just got married, college student. They paid this credit card. Then when I was in college, they gave me 2 small credit cards, one for like 200 and one for like 250. Okay? Me and my husband both worked about 70 hours a week. We worked a lot of hours. And I was part-time in school by then because I had went down. Once I got married, I was like, you know what, I ain't being full-time. I'm going to go part-time. So went part-time in school. So we were working all these hours. And so we had, good little, maybe about $300 or $400 each to go on this vacation. So we was ready to have a good time. No worries, okay? And we decided that we were going to work a double with our smart cells the night before we go on vacation and then head to vacation. So, no problem. Thursday, I worked 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. He worked 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. I dropped him to work, went to work, picked him up about 11:30. We went home about 12. Our flight was for 5 a.m. Whose smart idea was that? That was ours. But we were young. We were good. So we go ahead, we get dressed and everything, went to the airport at 5 a.m. Get on a flight, head to Virginia Beach with no problem. We did not book a car because I think we were too young at the time. So we just called a cab to our hotel. I made a second mistake. I didn't call the hotel and tell them I was checking in early, but it was okay. It was quite all right. The reason why it was quite all right is because when we got there, I begged, can you check us in early? The lady said, well, type of room that you want is not available. But I was like, okay, but let me back up. Before I got that hotel, the first hotel I wanted was $500 a night, but it didn't coincide with my bank account. My bank account wasn't cool with it. My second room that I was going to get was about $200, but it didn't coincide with my bank account because the way that it looked, and it wasn't 100% full service. The third one coincided with my bank account, and it was $350 a night, and it was okay with my bank account. Okay, so when the girl went to check me in, she was ringing it up or whatever. She told me how much the price was, which was $350 a night, and she said, let me go ahead and check y'all into this one that's not the type of room that y'all had, but I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all in this other room. No problem. So I went ahead and I paid for the 3 nights with the cash, and I went ahead and gave them the credit card that my mama had was paying for incidentals, for emergencies. Okay, so that was for incidentals. And she went ahead, gave us our key. We went up to our room. Get up to our room. Now, mind you, this is probably about maybe 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so we had been up over 24 hours. So we went ahead and we went in the room, kicked off our shoes, and passed out. All good, all gravy. Vacation on the boat. Okay, but I'm getting a good sleep first. So maybe about 2 hours later, My legs start itching. I'm like, what in the world? It felt like something was crawling on me. So I looked down, they got ants everywhere. So I screamed, oh, we about to do this one. So I jump up, my husband jump up because he hear me hollering. He comes around and noticed that, moved the nightstand and noticed they had food behind the nightstand. So I'm like, oh, we got to get out of this room. So I called the front desk. I'm like, look, y'all have ants in this room. I got to get out of here. So no problem, no problem. The lady told us to come down. She was going to change us to another room. We get downstairs to go to the other room, and she give us a key. We go up to the other room, get in the other room. No, we didn't. We tried to get in the other room, and they said, no, this key not working. So I told him to stay right there. I go downstairs because he still have sleep. Because remember, I just screamed out of my sleep with these ants. So I go back downstairs to get another key. The lady said, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Here you go. She gives me another key. I go back upstairs. Try that key. That key don't work. So this time we both go downstairs. And she was like, maybe it's the strip. Let me give you another key. She gave us another key. We go back upstairs. Now this is time number 3. That key don't work. So this time I'm livid. So we come back downstairs and I'm like, ma'am, can you send somebody upstairs with us to actually open up this door? She was like, yeah, let me call maintenance to come with y'all to open up this door. That's what you should have did. Not the first, not the second, maybe the third time, okay? So we go back upstairs. Our key still don't work. So maintenance is there. He tried his key. His key overrides everything. He opens the door. Somebody in there sleeping. Okay. So this vacation is starting off to a rocky, rocky start. Okay. So she apologized and she go ahead and put us in another room. We go into the other room. We like, you know what? We up already. Let's just go get dressed and head out and sightsee and buy some souvenirs and enjoy ourselves, okay? So that's what we did. We went, showered, got dressed. So we just gonna, thug it out. So we go downstairs. We got brunch. We walked the little strip. They had a little trolley. We took the little trolley. We went shopping, and then probably maybe about 2 o'clock was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead to the beach. That was the whole purpose of this vacation. Let's just go back and go to the beach. So we walk back to the hotel, looking nice outside. We go inside. We getting changed to put on our bathing suits, and it start thundering and lightning. Now it's been pretty the whole time, and now it's gonna start thundering and lightning pouring down right now. It looked like it was a tornado, a hurricane, or something outside. Okay. So I was like, you know what? Let's just order some food, relax our nerves, order room service, relax our nerves, and we'll try this tomorrow. Because today ain't the day. All right. So that's what we did. I'm telling you, time that food got there, I think we probably took 2 bites. We were out like a light. So maybe it was for the best, okay? So we slept until about 11 o'clock till we heard a bam, 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 bam on our room door. I'm like, who in the world? So I go to the door because my husband just trying to, get up or whatever. I go to the door, open the door. I'm thinking it's housekeeping. I told him, I said, it's housekeeping because he looking like, what? I said, it's housekeeping. So I go to open the door. No, this is rude heifer. She gonna tell me, ma'am, this room has not been paid for. Y'all didn't pay for your night stay. You need to come downstairs to the desk now because you have not paid for your hotel nights and your credit card is declined. I said, wait, what? She said, yes, you need to come to the desk now. And I was like, okay, give me a minute. A minute. You need to come to the desk. Oh, okay. Now back then I was just a little more nice to the people. I when they were rude, I was sorry. Okay, so I come back downstairs, I get my credit card and my ID, and I go back down to the desk to see what was going on. Now when I went down to the desk, I give her my credit card and my ID. She looks up, she runs it again, and she said, ma'am, it is declined. I'm like, how is it declined? Why is it declined? Me not thinking, girl, you paid for the hotel and your with cash. First of all, you need to find out what's going on with that, and then you can figure out what's going on with your card. So I knew the card wasn't declined because I knew my mom already paid the card. So I'm confused. So my husband comes downstairs, and he kind of thought, he was thinking that morning. He comes downstairs with the receipt, and he was like, here you go. What you talking about is not paid. There you go. So she takes the cash, and she said, well, how many rooms do you have? And I said, just one. She said, how many people in your party? I said, just us, unless you got somebody else I don't know about it yet. And so we just look at her like we crazy. It's just us. So she looking. Long story short, what had happened was the first room we was in, they charged us for 3 nights at $350 a night. The second room we was in, they charged us 3 nights at $350 a night. The one that the guy was in, the third room we were in, they charged us $350 for 3 nights. The fourth room they were about to change us to, they charged us $350 for 2 nights. Okay, when my mama looked at that, what was going on, and I don't know what made her look at that card to see what was going on. She was like, I don't know what my daughter doing, or I knew she on vacation. She just couldn't pick up the phone and call me to let me know. So she put a hold on the card because it seemed like there was some funny stuff going on. Okay, because she knew we was only going for 3 days. So why is all these rooms being charged and what was going on? So she put a hold on the card, which was, and that's why I think the lady was a little, a little angry because it looked like the card was stolen at this point. Okay, so and they took the cash, and when the guy came to check out because they prematurely checked him out before, they refunded him our cash, which wasn't my fault. That was their fault. So they apologized, all that, and fixed everything or whatnot. And I don't know who's going to pay their cash back, but it ain't going to be me. So we go back up to our room. Since we're already up, let's just go to breakfast or whatever. So in the process of us leaving the desk after they figured it out, the manager said, here you go. Here's two. I'm paying for y'all dinner tonight due to the mix up that we did or whatever, and wake you up out of your bed, and because she was being a rude bitch. So she handed me the free dinner to go to dinner that night. Fine, thank you very much. We go back up to our room. We decide to get up, get dressed. Let's just go check out the beach. When we checked out the beach, it was kind of nasty. We walked around and stuff like that. So about 5 o'clock, we come back, get dressed, head to dinner. We get to dinner. There's a line outside. So we standing out there. We we on vacation now. Okay, the room situation is good, so we on vacation. So we go give the man our reservation. So he was like, "Oh, here's our guest." They done ran out the red carpet for us. Like they treating us like we royalty. Okay, so we like, okay, all right, this sounds nice, this sounds cute. So they sit us at a table next to another couple. So we sitting there, we laughing, we talking. The waiter comes take our drink order and everything. So we having a great time. And all of a sudden, the guy, he made a face. He grabbed his side because he's sitting across from me, right? He's sitting next to my husband, so he makes a little look. So I'm like, I ain't worried about him. Let me see what I'm eating. Maybe he got gas. Let me see what I'm eating. So I look down to see what I'm eating or whatever, and his wife said, "Oh!" I said, "Well, what the world?" He said, "I was stabbed." I said, "Oh my goodness, he stabbed. The man was stabbed." The waiter hands us a piece of paper. So I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" Everybody running around screaming, "Call 911! Somebody please call 911!" And the waiter just hands us the paper. He walking around, everybody running around. And we like looking at this man, he bleeding. I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. My husband looked down at the paper. He went to sit it down because he was leaning over kind of trying to help the guy. And he looked at the paper. He looked at me. He said, "Hey, look." The bottom of the paper, it said, "You had a murder mystery dinner." We were part of a plot of a murder mystery dinner. So, but we figured out who actually stabbed the dude, and what the plot was about, and the whole. We figured it out. We found out who the murderer was. Yay! Yeah, we got back to the hotel and they had upgraded us to a presidential suite. So our next 2 nights was nice, but that's how the man got stabbed at our dinner table.